What's up guys, it's Chris back with Houseplant Therapy. In today's video, I want to talk about why your snake plant is dying. The snake plant is super popular. It's probably easily considered the easiest houseplant in the hobby. So you probably feel like crap because it's dying on you. And I guess I'm going to show you some topics and variables that can really help bring your snake plant back and what you might be doing wrong. So the number one reason why your snake plant is probably dying is due to your watering schedule. These plants, here, let's bring down the snake plant right here. This is a little guy here. These plants do not like to be watered often. And when I say often, we probably water this thing once a month at maximum. So what you're probably screwing up is watering the plant too much, because the thing about the snake plant is where it's from, I believe it's West Africa. These guys are used to going into droughts, and what they want to do is they want to be heavily saturated with water, but then what they want to do is spend some time drying out, and they actually prefer like to dry out and just sort of be neglected. The second reason your snake plant might be dying is due to lighting. These plants like 4 to 6 hours of indirect sunlight a day. I know that this one's up here and it doesn't get tons of lighting, but we do have some of these plant lights. There's an aquarium back there, and there is a window right here. What I advise to you is if you think it's possibly dying due to inadequate lighting, you're gonna wanna move it somewhere in the house that has more lighting. Like for instance, we have a porch. If you have yourself a porch, that works absolutely amazing. These are all kind of our higher lighting plants. And sometimes if you notice like your snake plant is dying, what you could do is at least put it somewhere that with higher lighting and give it a chance to come back, because chances are it might be a mixture of a couple things. Because what happens with these snake plants is they start to die, and then immediately people think that, oh, I need to water it more, when actually these snake plants love neglect. And what will happen is if you put it in some brighter light, it's going to kind of dry out and the plant's going to like that. The third reason that your snake plant might be dying is due to inadequate nutrients. Maybe the soil is super old in the pot. Do you know, or are you aware of when the last time it was repotted? What kind of soil does it have? A lot of times these snake plants are super susceptible to root rot. So if the plant is looking pretty bad, it might be worth just kind of like taking it apart, looking at the root system. You know, if you see any rot whatsoever, you're probably gonna have to look into propagating this plant and just kind of like starting over. Because what you can do is actually cut the leaves and just plop them into new soil, and that's how you propagate them. It's sort of like the last resort on if your snake plant is completely dying and it can't be brought back. Because in a lot of cases, when the snake plant is suffering from root damage or root rot, like there's just nothing you can kind of really do about that, so you'll have to start over. Well guys, hopefully this video was helpful on trying to figure out why your snake plant is dying. These truly are magnificent plants and probably one of the most durable, indestructible plants in the hobby. It sort of sucks for me to tell you that because yours is dying, and it's kind of a sucky place to be because you're like, I can't keep this alive. But don't give up, because this happens to the best of us. Even though a lot of us have plant collections that look amazing and you're like, I want that, you know? We only got this way because we've destroyed tons of plants, and the only way to learn is by experience and killing plants essentially. So good on you for doing your research. Hit me up in the comments section. Explain to me what's going on with your snake plant. You know, if you like house plants and fish tanks or just nature in itself, consider subscribing to the channel, because I love some house plants, nature, all that stuff. So without further ado guys,